Welcome back everyone to another video. I'm DK.
And I'm Sharkman.
So guys, if you before we begin with this tier list, David is kind of wrestling with our dog over there because we don't have anybody home today to help watch him. So
if I end up going out of frame, I apologize. I am still here. Just know that I am still here. Sometimes I keep bending a little too far down and like
he's
I'm kind of like in half of the frame.
And if you're like growling or like things
or barking,
it's
him.
Our dog.
Yeah.
He might come and jump in our laps or something later. But
yeah,
right now he's kind of wild right now.
You might see him as well.
So today, guys, we're doing a tier list on the newest, one of the newest.
No, it is one of the newest anime. It came out this year.
Kaiju number 8.
It came out this year, so yeah, it's one of the newest.
From what I heard, Kaiju means monster in Japanese.
Well, I don't know if it's technically a Japanese thing because Pacific Rim also calls them Kaijus, and they're not necessarily in Japan. I don't think. I could be wrong. Oh, strange creature. Or giant monster. Yeah, okay. So monster, basically.
So, anyway, so, yeah. I was... When David showed me the trailer to this a couple months ago, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like Venom.
And Jaeger means hunter.
Really?
Yeah, look it up. Look it up.
I gotta look up all these things.
Yeah, I'll look it up. I'll look it up for you. Just to make sure I'm right, because I could be wrong. I'll just look it up. You keep talking.
Anyway. This anime, it's crazy, but it's really good. I don't know how to explain it, other than, like, the main character is, like, kind of reminds me of Venom and... What's... Tom Hardy? Is that it? Is that the guy from Venom?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom Hardy.
Yeah, hunter or huntsman. That's what Jaeger means. Only reason I bring that up is because this anime reminds me of like an anime version of Pacific Rim, pretty much, just without the like, because it's like the battle suit. Because their suits look very similar to what they wear, like the actual people wear.
It's like a mixture of Pacific Rim, Venom, and
like Attack on Titan, kind of.
Attack on Titan.
Well, a better version of Attack on Titan, pretty much.
Yes.
Where most of the characters are actually lovable. Like the main character is actually lovable.
I watched the whole thing of Attack on Titan, and I really was disappointed with the ending. A lot. I love the first 3 seasons, but then the rest of it is just But this show was amazing. At the time of this recording, we still have one more episode to watch.
And we got rewatch one of the previous episodes in English because it was in sub. So.
But yeah. I think it's enough talking. We don't want to give too many spoilers away on this anime since it's pretty new. But
came out like what, February, March, somewhere in there.
Let's see. There's 12 episodes. 3 months ago,
so yeah, like March.
March.
May, March, somewhere in there.
March or April.
Actually, no, I think it was April, like end of April. I'm pretty sure it was end of April.
It came out. No, it was the beginning of May because.
Oh, you're right.
Because
it was like a month.
My Hero.
Yeah, it was like
season 7 came out like
around the same time.
Yeah.
So, or at least this first episode for season 7 came out around that time. So.
So. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Like and comment down below other series you want us to do ranking polls on. It doesn't even have to be anime. It can be like...
It could be movies, it could be games, it could be pretty much any content that has to do with video, pretty much. Oh, like, when I say video, I mean like... I don't... You know what I mean. Like, not like... Anything that's basically that you use the TV for, pretty much.
Right.
Or computer, or whatever you watch stuff on, basically. Or play games on, or whatever. So...
But it would have to be something we,
have seen. Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can mention it down below and we can tell you if we've seen it or not. But... Anyway, let's get into this.
I mean, we could do like a tier list for the Monsterverse of what we've seen so far until the next movie comes out. I
would be down for that. And there was something we watched recently.
I mean, maybe I'll even add some like monsters that aren't in the Monsterverse that you don't really know about that I've seen from older movies or something. I don't know, because I have seen a few of the older like Japanese like Toho like stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, I
There's.
don't know.
Yeah.
And we could do Gamera, even though Gamera is not technically in the same like. It's kind of in the same universe, but it's also kind of not because Godzilla's not really in the Gamera. It's like a similar thing though. It's like basically kind of a similar concept, just it's a turtle instead of like a lizard or whatever. So, and I might rank the villains from that to like the evil kaiju from Gamera Rebirth because you need to watch that. So that we need to watch it because it has GD in it.
There's a lot. There's a lot of things.
Because we have to. It's a really like you. Well, you might like the animation, man. Actually, to be honest, but anyway, we're getting off track. Anyways,
so I made this tier list. If I missed any characters, I apologize.
Also, we don't know all the names. We don't remember all the names. So
because we've only watched it recently. They have some long names, so we're only gonna like if we only say the names of the people we know.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to give them nicknames. I apologize. It does not mean we don't like the characters.
It just means that we can't remember their names because they're so long and just hard to remember.
Yeah. So, let's get into this. So, the first person we have is...
Vice Captain.
Vice Captain.
I don't remember. Let's call him Levi. Let's just call him Levi.
I think it's Hoshina.
I'm just gonna call him Vice Captain Levi Ripoff or whatever.
He really is like Levi.
He looks almost identical.
The only difference is that the Vice Captain has a sense of humor. Levi really didn't. He's just like so...
That's kind of why I like and don't like Levi because he's just... But I also get it because you live in a world of man-eating giants, so it makes sense why you'd be kind of,
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So, but still, I'm just saying.
Oh, I forgot to mention. So, we did, with Marshall, we did this with S rank, like, okay, meh, and, well, we didn't do dislike with passion, we did F, but,
not the F word, we just did the letter F.
For
anyone who's wondering.
Just the letter F, like, fail.
Yeah,
it
fail.
stands for fail, failure, or just forgettable. Like, whatever you can...
That's how bad they were.
Yeah.
They smelled bad.
So, yeah. That's how we're going to be ranking them. So, for Hoshina, how did you like him? Because I thought he was a great character.
Again, I think he's an upgraded version of Levi where he's actually likable.
Yeah.
So, I would say that he is probably... I would put him... Actually, you know what? I kind of want to put him in like...
Mm-hmm.
He's not S tier, but... Well, he would be S tier if we were comparing like the best like mid to small small mid-sized kaiju fighters. He would be S because he's just that powerful.
Yeah.
But
you know what I mean?
I did like his character though.
I did like his character a lot. He was hilarious.
He also reminds me of Luck a little bit because he wants to fight everything. No, seriously, Luck
he got mad. He got mad at Kafka for not fighting himself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that sounds like something Luck would do. I mean, if you've seen Black Clover, you know what I'm talking about. But
so
so definitely in like
Ichikawa
S rank.
is my. He's my. If I had to rank him all, like I love Kafka. Don't get me wrong, Kafka. But I feel like the parts I like the most is when he reveals himself and he's the kaiju. I love him as a character as far as like him.
He's going in S tier, but he's definitely not.
But for some reason, I like Ichikawa a whole lot more. I think it's because of the support.
I think you like him also because he reminds you a little bit of Shoto.
True.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I think he's also an upgraded version of Shoto. Not because I don't think that not because he's more funny. But just because I think Shoto was good. Don't get me wrong. Shoto was like probably one of my favorite. It's probably still one of my favorite like top. Probably one or two favorite characters in My Hero. Well, actually, he's tied for first with Deku and Nolan.
Yeah.
For me, but this is like taking that character and just making him like even better.
Yeah. The thing about Ichikawa is that he respects Kafka so much that he's like, I am gonna get so much better so he doesn't have to put his life on the line every single time. Like that's the reason he wants to get strong. He wants to protect, like he's got Kafka's back. He could have turned him in. Because everybody in this world is basically, if you see a kaiju, you're calling it in, you're killing the thing, even if it is a person. Like, you're not asking questions or anything.
You probably will disagree with me on this, but I think he's kind of like the Edmund of this universe, just because he was kind of mean to Kafka in the beginning, and then they become like he like realizes he's like whatever, so he changes. It gets like I guess the real relation between them is that they get a lot of character development with like from these two characters. Yeah. That's at least probably the biggest or probably the only real connection I can see between Edmund and him is that they're like the one or like the two characters in their respective universes that actually get like the most character development,
right?
Like or like growth at least.
Yes. So so that's why and Ichikawa is just funny. Like every time that Kafka
actually let me take that back. Him, Ichikawa, and Blondie are probably the three that probably are the most relatable as far as getting the most like character development, because we did not like I'll explain when we get to her, but Shinomiya, because she was kind of, so I think she's actually kind of we'll get to her later.
I was debating whether to do Kaiju number 8 and Kafka separately, but I feel like because unlike Venom, here's the reason. Unlike Venom, where Venom is constantly talking to Tom and making decisions and stuff, the Kaiju number 8 really hasn't done anything until like at the very end, but he hasn't really like talked to Kafka about anything. Like Kafka has had to learn how to use the ability on his own. Like he hasn't.
You make a solid argument. I'm not gonna tell you don't make a solid argument.
Now later down the line, maybe they become like it becomes like Venom, where you have them talking. They have to.
The thing is, but that also, that's a good argument, but that's also kind of a weak argument at the same time, because that's like saying because it's not as sentient, quote unquote, that it's not a separate being, because it's not, that's kind of like, yeah. But I get what you're saying, so I guess it just depends on which one you prefer to go with.
What would you guys say? Would you say they were separate or not? Because we do have some kaiju on here that I did do separately, but I would agree. But in the last two episodes, I haven't seen the last episode, but in the 11th episode,
the 10th and 8th,
he does take over Kafka's body, but Kafka has to like fight it and everything. But he hasn't been talking to him. He only talked to him at the very beginning. It's like, found you, and then that was I think he also talked like last episode for a second when it showed like Kafka in, because remember before he went berserk, it showed Kafka in like that, and then he talked. And 11 when he took over.
He talked to him twice.
Kill him.
Yeah, he's talked to him twice.
And we don't know what the intention of Kaiju number 8 is, because like does he meet? No, hold on. During that time, not yet, because I don't know if he means kill the general or is he kill the equipment of the Kaiju number 2.
What is your problem, huh?
He just growled at us.
Yeah, he did.
He's like,
he has been hanging around the clone care too much because he's got too much sass. That's just a joke, by the way. I love my sisters. But
our sisters are great.
Anyway, but yeah, we do, because, at least I do.
We know that he wants to kill the kaiju.
I do, because I have
seen the lore.
I've seen people do stuff on the manga, and pretty much everything that's happened in the show so far has been in the manga. Yeah. So, and according to the manga,
okay, tell me.
He is sensing because the kaiju weapon and is made from a specific numbered kaiju. He is sensing the power from the gauntlets, because he is sensing kaiju number 2 and because of the gauntlets. Yeah. So he's saying like I'm assuming he means destroy the actual gauntlets.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought he was doing. Not kill the general.
Not exactly
the general himself.
Not exactly the general himself.
Up until this point,
because it wouldn't make sense though. It wouldn't make sense to kill. Like it wouldn't make sense for him to be like kill like the general, because the whole point of Kaiju number 8's goal is to kill kaiju. So it wouldn't make sense. unless you're wearing a suit that is made from a specific kaiju and you can sense like the power from that, you know.
Right.
Because each number weapon from each number kaiju has like a specific power from that kaiju.
Mm-hmm.
That, well, I mean, we saw a little bit of it in episode 11, but you like specific like power that they have, like shields and stuff like that. So, and I hope we do a season 2 because we haven't seen number 3, I think 5, weapons 3 and 5. I think they've only been mentioned, I think, in the manga or something like that, but we never actually see it. So if they do a season 2, I hope they show us what number, like weapon number 3 and 5 is, because we haven't seen them. But
sorry.
I'm spoiling things. I'm sorry. I can't help myself. It's just I've seen too many videos because some of the people that I watch, they do like reviews on like the anime and stuff. Yeah. I just like watching it because they make great points and stuff. And sometimes the new videos that they come out with happens to be on what the manga is up to date with for a specific thing, and I always watch it, and so I spoil things, and I apologize. I cannot help it.
I'll put a warning.
I'm sorry. I can't help it.
I was just making the point that that's why I did this picture.
Yeah.
Because I just didn't know if we should do separate. I would have done separate, but I didn't know, like... Because Kafka is a great character
I think that it's a very tough call to make for him specifically. If it was Venom, it would no doubt be 2 different people. Yeah. But this one is kind of harder because they don't talk as much. They do talk a little bit, but they don't talk as much as Venom and they did.
They probably will after this first season.
Yeah.
Because he is taking over Kafka's body in episode 11.
Plus, I think because he's going to end up having to show memories from like the past, and stuff, he'll have to talk to like Kafka a little bit more and explain like his origin
Jason,
and stuff.
Come here. You don't need to go out. Come here.
Jason, come here.
Stay away from the door. Okay, so for Kafka is a great main character. Again, he's like Tom Hardy to me.
He is probably
a nicer version of Tom Hardy.
He is probably one of my favorite. What would this genre be? What genre would this be?
I think this is shonen.
If it's shonen, he's one of my favorite like shonen protagonists.
Action. I can't remember what they named it, but I'm
he is he's definitely in the top 5 as far as favorite like main protagonist for shonen.
Mm-hmm.
Like. For me personally, he's probably in like maybe top 5, top 6 probably.
Yeah,
just because he's such a good character.
I didn't know how I was gonna feel because he's an older character. Yeah, no, don't get me wrong, okay? Don't get me wrong. I don't have anything against old people.
You sound just like
I've just never watched a anime with an
the protagonist is like 30 or whatever.
I know. So
yeah, I know, but
don't bite my computer.
You sound just like what's her face from what was it, episode 3 or 4, where she's like, "You are an old man," and he's like, "I am not an old man," but he actually is. In their society, 30 is considered old.
It's one of those things that anime characters, they look much older than they really are. Because like in like Kaiju, there's like 3 or 4 characters that are like they look like they're adult.
How old would you say he was if you didn't know he was 35 or?
He's 32.
I thought he was like. I'm gonna think I'm stupid, but I thought he was like college age.
When you put Mina and Kafka together, she looks so much younger than him. But
I thought he was like maybe I know this you're good. I'm not good at guessing ages, but if I had to look at him and I didn't know he was like what 30, 35, 32 somewhere in there. I would have assumed that he was just like a really like heavy drinking college kid. No, seriously, he looks like he's in like a 20, like at least 25.
Yeah.
And like he drinks a lot, like he had that because he has like a beer belly almost. Right. So I just assume that I don't know. Maybe I'm just bad at guessing ages, and that's why. But he looks pretty young to me.
Where would you put him? Before or after?
They're pretty much equal. Maybe a little less than Ichikawa, but they're all pretty close to equal.
Yeah, they're a great duo. I really like.
They're the Zoro and Luffy of this.
They really are, because like Ichikawa just accepts Kafka.
Yeah.
Like he he did everything he could.
Just like how Zoro accepted Luffy.
Yes.
Pretty much.
And all his shenanigans.
Yeah!
Okay, Mina, I would say okay, just because I didn't like her until way later, and she really, like, her attitude towards Kafka the whole time was, I know, like, I just don't understand. We didn't really get a good explanation about what happened in the past that made her, like, so upset that because he gave up. Like, we didn't even know what happened if it was, like, did we find out that it was because when he failed the second test, it was because he was not physically capable? Or was it that, like, how did he fail the first time, I wonder?
That is a good question. It doesn't say in the manga, but I think...
we know that she got a scar, and she was touching it, and she was talking about that he was a liar, that he was going to be by her side, and he didn't.
I think... I could be wrong, and this is probably another spoiler, and again, if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, I'm not good at remembering things, but I think they did explain it a little bit in the manga about that basically because he kept failing, I think he failed, like, actually 5 times, and she was waiting for him to complete it, and I think she was, like, getting moved up to lieutenant or whatever.
Yeah.
And so she was just, like, really mad that he didn't really keep his promise that he would, like, make it in or whatever. I think that's why she's salty. I could be wrong. I'm sorry if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you, but I think that from what I remember, that's what I've heard is that basically, and I think they did some testing on her because she was, like, really powerful at, like, such a young age or whatever.
She was like, wasn't she like 22, 23 when Hoshino became vice president? Vice captain?
I think so. I could be wrong.
I
think she was like maybe, I think she was either 19 or 20 when she used a lot of her power and like destroyed a building. Oh. I think. Yeah. I could be wrong. And actually, a lot of people said that if she was like around when I think Kaiju number 2 attacked, or 3, there would be like a third of the casualties because she was just that strong. Yeah. I think I could be wrong.
Did we ever hear which Kaiju killed her parents?
If I had to guess, personally, I think it would be either 2 or maybe 1. 1 or 2. I think. I could be wrong. Okay. But based off her age, I would assume it was probably 1 or 2.
So would you do okay?
Possibly,
would you do okay, or would you do like?
Actually, it might have been 3. I think okay would be a fair ranking for her.
Because I just couldn't.
We can't put her any lower though, because she did smile and was being nice to Kafka at the end of episode 11.
Her attitude up until that point.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
At all, because she was giving him the cold shoulder the whole time.
Yeah.
Shinomiya, daughter.
I think we need to put her in S rank too.
Yeah. I didn't like her in the beginning because there's a certain girl. There's a certain, like, not a certain, just one. A certain girl type. There's 2 types that I just despise. So that's why there's so very little girl anime characters that I actually like because of these attitudes. And she, in the beginning, was until she
got saved and got humbled.
Yeah, I did not like her. I mean, I still don't like that she's a little bit braggy, but I mean, when you're that powerful, you kind of have.
She's like Noelle, though, in my opinion. Like we like Noelle, but she also is kind of braggy, even though she,
I didn't like her in the beginning either.
Yeah, I mean, nobody likes Noelle in the beginning, but then you realize that she's good in here.
Yes.
But
I think this is Fujiwara. I think that's his name, but I call him Pompadour.
Yeah, Pompadour, dude.
Pompadour. I liked him a lot. I like his and Ichikawa's relationship.
Can we just refer to it as friendship? Because nowadays you have to be careful with because relationship is such a generic term. Like, you can mean anything. If you say
which one?
I'm not even in
friendship.
Yeah, just you might as well say friendship.
What should I call it?
Friendship.
Okay. What did I call it before?
Relationship.
Oh.
Because
okay.
it
Friendship.
implies something else. You know, something
could.
that we do not like. It's so generic. That's
Yeah.
why I don't like using it unless it's an actual like. You know.
Yeah. So would you do him as too? Because I liked him a lot. But,
yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. He didn't do much, but I do like that he has the drive to get better.
Ever since the beginning of his character, I liked him a lot.
I did. He again is like Shoto, where I didn't really have an opinion of him until like later on because I didn't understand his character.
He kind of reminds me of Kirishima from My Hero, because he's
got the
like
pointy
that
teeth.
drive. Yeah.
He's got the pointy teeth too.
Aoi.
Again, don't really have an opinion on him because we didn't see much of him. I can't have opinions on people if I don't see enough of them. Because you can't. That's like that. You can't judge some like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I would say like. I
mean, you can put like.
I think that these two I liked.
Mm-hmm.
Because even though we didn't get much screen time, they kind of have that like rivalry going on, and I kind of like.
You're all about that rivalry.
Well, I'm going based off of Mina, and I like these two better than Mina.
You love that rivalry life. Apparently, that's what you're about. You're all about that rivalry life.
So I'm putting both of them in like. If that's okay.
I have no problem. Again, I didn't see much of him, so I can't give an opinion.
This girl we didn't really see much. Okay, so she's the girl that Kafka saves in.
Yeah, from in
like he used his legs.
What was it? Episode 2 or 3? Yeah, it was 2. Episode 2.
Yeah, she was. So we didn't really see much of her. So I can't really give her opinion. So I would give it a meh.
Yeah, I think that is a fair rating.
This is our favorite girl who's on.
That's the girl in the room, right?
Yep,
the operating room.
Operator.
That's like the whole
she's
like.
The operator.
Yeah.
I liked her a lot. She was funny, but I don't think she's S rank.
She didn't really do anything S rank worthy, to be honest, really.
So.
And she didn't even fight.
No, she didn't.
She was just in there,
but she
like.
Was so,
yeah.
It's 9.8. It's got 9.8. Like 0.01.
I think like is a good ranking for her.
Where would you put her? Behind Hoshino?
I would put her behind all 3 of those, to be honest. I'm just not. I don't know. I didn't get enough of her to really judge. Here's the thing. Most of these characters we don't see enough of for me to actually judge whether I like them. Because they're not in the story that much. They're just not, you know? So hopefully if they do a season 2, they're in there a little bit more so we can get more character development so I can figure out if I like them or not. Because it bugs me when they do this because it's like I want to like them or dislike them, but I can't because I don't know enough about their character to, you know, it's hard.
How about the tiger?
Again, I don't see the tiger enough to. I put her with Mina. I mean, it's her familiar. Might as well, or not familiar, but her teammates. You might as well just, you know.
These two are just people from his work. Kafka's work. The guy who looks like he's from Naruto.
Oh, because his eyes are closed?
Well, not only that, but the hairstyle, his roundness. He looks like Choji. If anybody knows Naruto, Choji.
I haven't seen, which Naruto? Naruto, Shippuden?
Shippuden.
I haven't seen any of the Naruto stuff yet, so.
He's in all 3, but the one that looks the most like him is the Shippuden one.
I've not seen Naruto yet, and I need to get to that eventually, but I will see if that is true. Yeah. I cannot take people's word for it. I actually have to see it for myself to know if it's true.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them in meh. Look, that's okay. Because we just don't know much about them. I mean, he's a great boss. He's the guy who introduced Ichikawa and them together. He's
also in it very limitedly, so.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure these 4 are captains. Remember this guy? He's the guy who yells through the inner thing. He's like inside voices. Remember Hoshino's like inside voices.
Oh right, yeah.
He's got the cool like
Wolverine
lightning marks in his hair. And then this guy, we didn't really see much of these 4, but they were in the last fight. They were all doing different.
I guess meh.
Yeah.
We might as well put all 4 of them in meh because this is like you know.
Yeah. General, Shinami.
Yeah, Big Daddy.
Big. Yeah.
Well, he is. He's a
Like-
big guy. Have you seen his muscles? Have you seen dude's muscles? He is jacked.
Honestly, I feel like he's a villain.
He is the strongest, I think, commander or like strongest soldier in the force.
Yeah. I just don't
According to the manga, he's
don't-
the strongest soldier. So.
I feel bad for Shinami.
Which is why he gets to use Kaiju number 2's gauntlets. So the gauntlets made from Kaiju number 2's parts. So.
I can understand his bitterness and stuff, but come on, don't take it on your daughter to be who you want her to be like that. Because now she doesn't she doesn't know what love feels like.
Actually, he and his wife were like some of the best soldiers in the.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
in
mean.
the army, the force.
Yeah, in the force. So they were like, I think they were the strong. Or I think he was the strongest and she was like the fastest. I think I could be wrong. Something like that. I forget.
Where would you put him? I
dislike.
Yeah. Look, guys, I just
Bugged by him.
very bugged because of his attitude toward his daughter. Towards everybody, but mostly his daughter. He's one of those people that doesn't. He's one of those people who doesn't do any, doesn't change his mind easily. The way he, some encouragement, he does the hard love to a different degree for his daughter, and it's really sad. I just don't like it. But Kaiju, number. What was it, 5? No. What
10.
was it? 10. Sorry!
No, it's fine.
Which
We
one?
didn't meet Kaiju number 5, or we didn't meet any of the Kaiju up to besides 8, 9, and 10.
Yeah. How did you like Kaiju number 10?
I liked him. I thought he was. I honestly think this. Well, we haven't seen many bad guys, but he's probably my favorite bad guy. He's or second favorite bad guy.
Out of this series, or
out of the series, out of the series. Well, actually, out of all the series, probably my second favorite bad guy. But for this, it's probably my favorite bad guy from Kaiju number 8.
I really liked his design and
His power set.
His powers and he's calling.
He actually talked.
Vice Captain.
He and Vice Captain are really are like Luck and Levi because they're basically just power hungry or fighting.
I really
hungry.
want to I can't wait to watch the last episode. Huh? Maybe. I don't know.
I want to play Monster Hunter. It looks like a fun game, but
I don't know. If I hope he gets. I mean, as much as I want Ichikawa to get the suit made out of his thing, I really want because of how their dynamic is. I feel like they would. Be a better pair.
I actually think that Ichikawa gets a different power weapon. I'm pretty sure.
He might get a power weapon like Oshin and
maybe his powered weapon was is 6 or something. I forget. I can't remember. I know that one of these two helps Kafka because like I said, the 9 is spawning a bunch of too many for him to defeat and get to Kaiju number 9 to save Mina or whatever her name is. So one of those two has to step in and help because all the other forces are tired and stuff.
So
I know one of them is Kaiju number 10 though. I'm pretty sure the Vice Captain does get 10, but he and 10 don't get along quite at the beginning because because they are two different entities. They don't really work together very well.
Yeah. So S rank for him.
Yeah.
I would put him there because I kind of liked him. I really liked his character, even though he's a kaiju and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked him a lot. What about number 9? I found him so funny.
I think S just because he was too funny and really.
But,
he actually felt threatened.
I was so happy. Yeah, he did. But I was so happy we watched it in English. Because his reaction to Kafka cutting up his head.
He sounds like Baymax when he talks. The way he talks is the way his sentences are structured. makes me feel like he's Baymax because of the way he talks. He's like, oh no,
I've watched,
or whatever.
yeah, I was happy watching it in English because like when he was like, he definitely was like that. It's like,
Who voices Nine? He sounds like the same guy who plays Shigaraki, except he's less annoying.
He might be.
He does. He sounds so similar to Shigaraki a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know him. But yeah, I really like him. It's so fun. He's like, oh, why do I see my torso fun? Oh, my head got cut off.
That's why I like Nine better than Shigaraki, because even if they are played by the same character, he put a way better performance in this than he did in My Hero.
I think it might
Because he was so unlikable. I mean, I guess that's what makes Shigaraki a great villain, is that he's so unlikable. But like his voice was so annoying, and he never told any jokes.
Yeah.
Or said anything that was funny. Like it was he's just a really bad villain.
Very depressed.
He was garbage.
Yeah. I can't wait to see them defeat him. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Tell us how you liked our ranking. I know that.
Do you agree? Do you disagree?
I have a feeling that a lot of people are going to disagree because they probably going to put Vice Captain in S. If it was just me, I would put him in S. But you know, this is a team effort.
Why didn't we put him in S again?
Because you said you didn't like him that much.
I was thinking about a different person then, because I don't know why I said that.
Why?
Yeah, move him to S.
Okay, where you want to put him?
Put him like right there, because
here?
Here. Like right. To me, him and 10 are technically equal, but like.
Okay.
I don't know why I said that. I think I might, because my brain, sometimes I say things and then my brain doesn't realize that I said something when I didn't mean to say what I said.
Yeah.
That sounds like a tongue twister. I feel like it just said a tongue twister. But you know what I'm saying, right? Yes. Like sometimes my brain just wanders and it doesn't actually hear what you asked, and so so I like Levi.
Yeah, this is our tier list.
Sorry guys, I didn't mean to mess up there. That was my fault.
Anyway, we'll see you guys next time.